What up, y'all? How you guys doing?
Guys, we are back for another episode of Better on This Side.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's exciting to be back. We officially in Cape Town, our first episode in Cape Town. We're so sorry for keeping you guys waiting. I have to apologize for that.
No, it's true.
No, I
It's
mean,
true
like-
because a lot of people have basically just been like, sorry, our battery's flashing. A lot of people have been asking when they can get more episodes, when we're going to be dropping again, and there's just been so many things that have been happening, in our lives. But the biggest one is that we were basically moving cities. So we moved from Joburg to Cape Town, and now that we finally feel a little bit more settled, we are keen to get back into creating podcast episodes for you guys, really dedicating time to that. And so that's kind of what this episode is actually also about. It's just about our move and why we're here and, just taking that leap of faith and what it means to us.
I definitely think that's one thing that I do want to address, because I think a lot of people think we came here with like a plan, or we had like a contract waiting for us, or an opportunity. But the truth of the matter is we actually just moved because it felt right. We've been wanting to move. We've been wanting to just be in a new environment. And I think this just felt right. We decided in January, actually.
Yeah.
Our initial plan was Kenya for like 3 months. But that was going to be, I think, complicated for me, especially for me to like work there and make some cash.
There's a lot. We have Mikey and who's our dog, and it's just a lot. Like moving countries is so hectic. So yeah, we kind of thought, let's start a little smaller and just see where it takes us and where we end up.
And then January, we were like, okay, let's go to Cape Town.
Yeah. Also because our lease was ending, so
that was like 3-4 months. Like April is a long time.
But we have to give a 2-month notice if we're going to be moving somewhere else. So if we didn't say anything 2 months before the lease ends, we were most likely going to have to extend the lease.
No, I know, but what I'm saying, I'm not saying that. I'm saying basically that we moved. We decided in Jan to move. It was like that feeling we had, and we like decided we're gonna go. So I get you 100%.
That's true. That feeling's kind of also been creeping up on us for 2 years. So it also wasn't out of the blue. It's been creeping up on us for 2 years. And, then we were like, well, it's time. Like it really just felt like it's time. So yeah, taking a leap of faith, listening to your soul, listening to those whispers and those nudges from the universe saying that we should go to this particular place, which is Cape Town, and following that. So like Shelton said, like there's no plan. We're not like, this is what we're going to do, A, B, C, and D. I think just generally this is how we lead our lives anyways. We enjoy going with the flow, but also just discovering and rediscovering parts of ourselves. And a big thing was changing our environment, not just talking about it now, like actually doing it, because we're kind of like, we were playing around with the idea like, oh, it would be so nice to live in another country or another city, but like we weren't actually doing it. So it was that thing where I'm glad
we did another city first.
Because moving is wow.
No, it's serious. It's serious. Forget about like the logistics. I think just adjusting to a new environment, period. Like this is still in South Africa. Like we know people. We're not like in a whole different country, but the feeling of being in a whole different space, it's an adjustment. The weather, the environment, just how people are. Like
even just going like to the grocery store. Like so, there's this grocery store near us, and for the first couple of days, still now it is still a bit like weird. It feels like an out-of-body experience every time we go there because we're not used to it, So it's like you kind of feel like you're floating and you're in this dream state and you're like, it's so weird. It's like, where are we? Like, but it's also kind of fun at the same time. Like for me, it feels like very like my inner child is kind of happy because I'm exploring and I'm like adventuring. It feels like I'm on this like permanent adventure, but it is very like, oh my gosh, like where, you know, because we're not used to, there's certain things, you know, your usual grocery store, your usual pet store, your usual, all these different things. And now it's just so different, but it's been fun.
I think my worst one is the driving. Like, I love knowing where I'm going. I love, you know, in Joburg, it's like, you know your shortcuts. If there's traffic, you know where to go. It's like, I don't know where I'm at. I'm always lost. I'm literally living off a GPS from here to, like, the garage. That's terrible, dude. You know, so it's like...
It's permanently on just to, like, you know, like Shelton said, go to the garage. I think for me, like, why I'm also really laughing is because anyone who knows me knows that I drive with my GPS on all the time. Like, even in Joburg, like, I would still drive with my GPS because, yeah, I don't know. I just get very overwhelmed. And so my GPS is always on at all times. So I think for me, but also I still haven't driven here yet.
You haven't?
I haven't driven here.
Bianca's like glorified passenger princess, guys. She does not drive it. The drive to Cape Town, she was just DJing. That's it. And eating. And you didn't sleep at least.
I was a wonderful passenger princess.
You did amazing.
You even said, like, I was so great. I can't remember all the stuff you said, but it was very nice. And I was like, oh, because you thought I was going to sleep. I also thought I was going to sleep, but I didn't.
Exactly. She even thought she was going to sleep. So
the point is, Shelton definitely prefers to be in the driver's seat. Like, anybody. He doesn't want anybody else driving. He just prefers to be driving, to know what's going on. Like, if I drive, it's a whole other story. And I'm just like, I'm just not about that stress, you know, because then I should have turned here, then I should have parked there, then I should have, you know. So I'm just like, it's actually lovely. Let me just be a passenger princess forever.
That's a conversation for another day,
but
guys.
you actually love it.
Me being like a controlling person when it comes to driving. Like,
I don't think it's controlling. I think you just like, he really likes to know what's going on at all times. And like Shelton taught me how to be like very hyper vigilant. And, you know, before I'd just be like, tra-la-la, like I'm just floating. And now, you know, I'm a little bit more like aware of things. And definitely you've helped with that. Because you'll be like, watch, this car's there. And I'm like, oh, like... Also, the way that I'm describing this now sounds like I'm a terrible driver. I am not a terrible driver. I've been driving for how many years? 14 years. Like
although we have to talk about the female generalization of driving.
So this is why I was saying I'm sounding like one of those women. I'm not one of those women.
You guys are probably going to like kick me for this, but female drivers, guys, like majority... It's stressful being on the road with you guys. I promise you, like, it's hard.
It's even stressful for me, and I'm a woman. Like, you know, every time we'll always play this game where we, like, when someone's driving funny, and then we're like, that's definitely a female. And then we drive past, and it is. Like,
exactly, you know, so, but... I'm sure there's some amazing drivers
definitely,
out there, like
definitely.
Female drivers.
Me being one of them.
I've experienced some terrible ones. Your mom is also pretty good.
She is pretty good, hey?
She is.
Yeah.
She just sits very close to the...
She just sits very close to the steering wheel. but she's very good, very good.
Yeah,
she's not a nervous driver. I think this is just a little side note, and then we'll continue with the podcast. But side note is, the trick, guys, is to just be calm. Like, take some deep breaths, regulate that nervous system before you get into the car. It's okay. Once you're calm... everything else is fine. But I think, like, oftentimes, like, you know, we're just so frazzled and I'm the same. And I have to take some deep breaths and be like, okay. And then I get into the car and then it's fine. And then it almost becomes meditative because I also play, like, podcasts when I'm driving or just, like, calming music. Or sometimes I'm one of those people who can absolutely drive in silence, which is... My brother thinks I'm insane for that. He's like, I'm like, no, I do. Like... And I like it. I like it because it helps me, you know, it helps me to focus. So that's a little tip.
Yeah, so the drive to Cape Town was amazing. Cape Town has been great. I'm not gonna go at Cape Town drivers yet also. I just got here. I don't want to create enemies.
The only thing that we have noticed is the speed. Like,
yeah, Cape Town drivers.
Cape Townians drive so
like you get like people that drive fast, like, but then they drive fast from here to like
just like down the road.
The gate.
Yeah.
It's
so
like you know. But anyway, but yeah, it's amazing, man. The environment is beautiful.
The air has been really
Oh,
nice to just breathe.
I'm sure
in.
you're happy, eh?
So happy. I think
Um,
the happiest moment for me was when we got to the beach. I was shooting a campaign, which Shelton helped me shoot, which, thank you, you're amazing. And when I saw the body of water, like on our way there, it was just
There's like this hollow feeling, but like it's a good one. It's like
it's a
literally-
good one. It's a good one. It really
It's
just felt
amazing.
so comforting and like we've arrived. It was so beautiful, and I kind of been like anticipating, because that was also for me a strong thing that was calling me to Cape Town, is just the ocean and the element of water and being near bodies of water. Like since my birthday, I've been wanting to get into a huge body of water, and so that was also really exciting.
Yeah.
You know, like arriving and just seeing this endless blue water. It's
I think what's amazing is like, you know, that leap of faith, right? Like taking a leap of faith is like you are guaranteed. The only thing you're guaranteed is like the not knowing. Like you don't know what's gonna come. Like I can guarantee you right now, like whatever, when you take a leap of faith, there's no portion of you that knows what's gonna come next. And that's everything in a nutshell. That this short period of time, which has been like 2 weeks in Cape Town, has no, it's a week.
Not
In a
even.
week, eh?
What day is it today?
Yeah, it's almost 2 weeks. We're going for 2 weeks. Yeah,
We in our
that it's taught us. It's like it's really just we've just had to like learn a lot more about ourselves, dig deeper, be more patient with adjusting, because you know that, right? Especially with us when we with our practices and like our spiritual practice and getting on the mat and like self-regulation. I think you know how to regulate yourself or be patient or tell yourself what to do, whatever. But it's like we say this every day. It's like I've never been 32. You've never been like 31. You know what I mean? So it's like every single day is like a brand new day, and Cape Town has just like put like a new mountain of new into our lives, where it's like you don't know what to do next. You don't know how you're gonna feel tomorrow. Tomorrow you might feel excited to go and shoot at the beach. Then the next day you might feel like, I'm away from home. I don't know what to do next. Like I don't know anybody. I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Like you get all these different feelings because I'm so sorry. You in Joburg and you're like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And it's like, don't get me wrong, we are super inspired, we love creating, we're always pushing. But when you get here, you deal with every day. And every day is it's not pretty every day. It's not zen, it's not calm, you're not confident every day, you don't feel energetic every day, you don't feel excited, you don't have that leap of faith you took, that feeling you got to get here. That feeling isn't always in you to be like, I made the right decision. I've had a few moments, I'll be very honest, where I was like,
let's go home.
yeah, like, are we really supposed? Because it's like, yes, it's not so far, but it's like, it's a complete life change. It's like we literally moved our entire lives. We gave 60% of our stuff away.
Like so much stuff.
All we have here is both our cars. We literally bought a new bed. We bought a new fridge. We waiting for like our couch that we're gonna get. We have to furnish the whole downstairs. Like right now, our bed is like the only furniture we have, and our fridge, and that's only because like we've had to like adjust to all these different things, you know. So yeah, it's like every day is not pretty, man. It's very very scary, but it's teaching me and teaching us every single day, and it's teaching you every single day to like show up for you. You have to show up for yourself. You just have to like dig deeper in order to kind of like navigate your like future self going forward in Cape Town. You're not just gonna glide through it, because you're gonna reach December and you're gonna be like, we just wasted a whole year. We thought Cape Town was gonna be this or that, or we thought this was gonna happen for us, and you'll be surprised that will not be the case if you don't dig deep, take a step back, breathe, really take a step back and just ask yourself like, okay, what's the next move? What are we gonna do now? And I guess that is the crux of taking a leap of faith. Like I said, we didn't come here with a plan at all in terms of like job or work or no. We were like, all right, we're gonna go try a whole new different place. And so that's what comes at a leap of. That's like the simplest I can describe taking a leap of faith, you know. But it definitely like builds character.
Just, when you feel that nudge from the universe to step out of your comfort zone and do something that makes no sense to those around you, maybe your friends, your family, like the people you work with, or just people in your community they don't understand, like, why are you moving? That's actually when you need to do it, and we faced a lot of that as well, from people that...
Doubts, I'm joking. It was just our family members being like, why?
Yeah, we faced a lot of that from people who we love and care about, even like some friends, like just not really understanding. And, when you try and explain it, also because we don't have a definitive answer, it's kind of like, there are certain things in place, that make a bit of sense. Like, for example, we really love a good, healthy lifestyle, and, our quality of life, we want to be outdoors more, we want to walk around, and, we feel already, even just as we got to Cape Town the first few days, we already felt a lot safer, a lot more like we can just walk around the corner. Whereas, in Joburg, it's not like you can't do that, but definitely, especially for me as a female, like I always felt like I'm on guard at all times, and like that is just the nature of being a woman in South Africa. So it's not like I'm not vigilant anymore, but I do feel a little bit more peaceful being here. And also just the fact that we love wellness so much, we integrate that. It's a huge part of our lifestyle. And so being here, it just feels like a better fit for us, even though everything is so new and we're still figuring out, like, where's left from right and all of that. But it just feels already, even though we haven't even been here for a month, you can feel the changes starting to happen. And I think I'll describe it like when a snake sheds its skin and how uncomfortable that feeling is, it's like, so obviously I'm not a snake, but like, watching like National, maybe watching National Geographic, and you see the slow-mo of the skin being shed, and it leaves like this perfect outline of the old and now the new. And so that's just kind of what I feel like we're going through at the moment, is like an intense rebirth. And like there's so many things also that really align with this, like for example, moving from summer into autumn, like change of season, we changing like environments where we live. There's so many things that have happened like in the cosmic skies it's all just so aligned with where we're at right now. And so as much as it's uncomfortable and like you can't really make sense of it, there is also this weird and interesting deep sense of knowing and like familiarity with the feeling. That's kind of how I feel in terms of this whole move.
Because what's beautiful, it's like the universe is always carrying us. Like, God is always there. Like, you make these plans, you know exactly what environment we want. We feel what environment we want to be in, right? But the truth is there are going to be days where you feel so uncertain, you don't know. We had our moment yesterday, but that's like our thing. We had our moment yesterday, and then like 5 minutes later, the universe was like showed us a sign, and we were like, oh my gosh, okay, cool.
And we always
sign. Yes, and it's like loud, and we always just have to trust. And so that's what I believe. It's like, I think that is the knowing that you're talking about, that feeling of comfort. It's like you just know, like it's happened too many times. The universe has just showed up too many times, unannounced, when you don't expect it. You know it's there, you feel it. But like because of our egos, when we always want to be in control of everything, and we always want to know everything, we always want to know how it's going to work out, when it's going to happen, exactly how it's going to happen. And the problem is the more we hold on to the desire to like have that in our control, the more we're gonna like miss these little moments where the universe is just like, hey, you good. Here's a sign, or there's a little sign, or here's a message, or here's a video you just came across, or this person just gave you a call and said this, like, or you know what I mean? It's like there's these little signs that just the universe will just nudge you, but for as long as we so consumed in our ego and wanting to control it and know how it's gonna work out and whatever, it's like we're always gonna feel like scared and just like miss these moments and not feel that knowing that you feel inside. It's like, because they can't coexist. Like, you can't have that knowing, that rest assured in your tummy, in your gut, in your being, in your soul, that, oh, this is gonna work out. Like something, it's okay. But then at the same time, you also like want to know exactly when they're gonna call. You follow up 10 times a day. You're sitting, looking at your inbox the whole time, scrolling. You know what I mean? It's like that. Those two things don't coexist. Like, I don't know when I've ever like swiped the whole day and like the email I'm waiting for comes at that moment. It's like it never comes. You're always like, yo, these people forgot about me. Then they reach out to you like 2 weeks later. They're like, sorry, there've been some delays. We were just busy but yeah, we're still going forward with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like you kind of have to let go, and like I think that is what it's teaching us also. It's like letting go. We just have to let go, because I can tell you right now, we sound all smart and like we're figuring it out, but the truth is, one, we don't. After this call, I'm probably still gonna have thoughts of like, oh, I want to do this. Will this work out? But the truth of the matter is, the only way to survive, the only way for this to work out is if we let go. For us to like, and when I say survive, for us to still be able to laugh, still be able to go like sleep at peace tonight. Because if you don't let go, you're gonna stay up the whole night and be like, you're just gonna stay with your eyes open. You're not gonna be able to eat. You're gonna be stressed. Like, you're gonna have, your skin will break out. You gain weight from stress. You don't have energy because your energy depletes. It's like the moment you let go, you first of all, you eradicate all of those physical things that like comes against you, but at the same time, you confident to sit down and shoot a podcast on a gloomy day. You're confident to wake up at 7 in the morning and go work out on yesterday it was raining, the wind is like, whoo, and we busy there like with our Diego's doing like a thing, like a Pilates. I'm like doing my abs, my work, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's what happens when you let go. When you let go, there's this energy that you get, there's this knowing that Bianca's talking about, that just kind of carries you and allows you to get up in the morning, walk down the stairs, go and do your thing, kiss Mikey, laugh with him. We're laughing in this house all the time. You'll think we figured this Cape Town thing out. Nah, it's like when we stop laughing, I'm like, out of the window, I'm like, what's happening next? Like, so...
We're literally high on life in this house. Like, I feel like our neighbors are probably like, what are they smoking in there? But like, we just find joy in the little things, and it's so simple. It's such a simple thing, but that really is how we live our lives.
100%.
And even when things feel uncertain, we're stressed, we're all these different things, like, everyone experiences in the human experience. Our way of moving through it is not to laugh and like shrug it off, but to really be grateful for those beautiful small moments, like the way Mikey will look at us, or he'll do something funny, and it's just like, that's what life is really about. It's about the now and the beautiful small things, even when your ego is just wanting the next thing, and that's part of the conversation we had yesterday when we had our little moment. It's like, but you want this and you want that and you want this, but it's like, but what about what you have right now? Like, and when you're saying that the two things can't coexist, like feeling assured and like, just that deep sense of knowing, it can't coexist with being uncertain. It's the same as like,
that's true, yeah,
lack and abundance mindset. You can't be in lack and also feeling abundant at the same time. They cannot coexist. You have to choose one. And so, you know, it's beautiful when we choose to rather embrace the abundance, you know, and it's not so much in monetary value, it's really in the little things, like we have a roof over our heads during the crazy storm that happened like 2 nights ago. It's like, that was the main thing, because I woke up in the night and I told Charlton, I'm like, I'm a little scared right now, you know, thank goodness we were safe and nothing happened to us, but so much happened to others, you know, in places where they didn't have homes, or like their housing just wasn't secure enough. And I was just so grateful in that moment, and I was like, wow, like, just thank you, you know, and that was abundance mindset in that moment, you know, but also just in small silly little things, like there's our neighbors across the road, like we can see into their little courtyard, and there's these boys who play soccer almost every day, and it's just so beautiful to watch them, these young boys, and it's like they're just having so much fun, like life is amazing, and like them enjoying themselves, that act is just amazing, and then us watching them enjoy themselves is like, it's so precious, and we're just sitting and we're like, wow, like, you know, they're just having the most amazing time. And even that in itself was and is, because we see them almost every day, a reminder of what's really important, you know, what you should really focus on. And so it's a constant thing that we have to work on. It's a muscle, you have to keep working at it. You don't just wake up and you're like there, you know, it's every day choosing which way we're gonna go, lack or abundance, you know, fear or love, like, and we have a choice in every little small instance, you know. There's so many things that happen every single day, and we always have a choice as to how we're going to respond to it. We can't choose what happens to us, but we can choose, okay, how are we going to respond to this, you know. And so I think that's also what makes this journey so beautiful and actually just so much fun, even though we are like scared probably like 80% of the time, but the things we do them scared, you know. And I love that quote where it's like, do it scared, or something like that. There's a whole thing before, after it, but it's like, do whatever that thing is, feel the fear and do it anyway. And I guess that's, you know, our message for you guys today. Like, change is the only constant. That's another one I absolutely love. Like, that's the only thing that's consistently happening in our lives is change. And so embracing it and going with it is actually such a beautiful thing. You know, we've just chucked in a whole like bucket of change into our life. Now we're like, here we go, you know.
But it's like, we've like ripped ourselves out of our own comfort zones, like completely, in every way possible. And we're excited. Again, we've just arrived, so we're excited to see like what it does to us, for us. One of our favorite quotes is, what life is short, but it's also very long. You know what I mean? It's like, it literally is like anything can happen, you know, tomorrow. Like, but at the same time, it's like also if you don't commit, or if you don't like you know, not have a plan, but if you don't like put yourself out there and take a leap, it's like life like difficult times make time feel like it's stretching and like it's harder, and days are just longer, you know. So it's like but at the same time, life is very short as well, you know. Like tomorrow we may not be here, you know. Anything can happen, God forbid, you know. So it's like you kind of want to just throw yourself in it completely. But thank you guys so much. We are safe, we are good. I'm proud of us. I'm excited for this journey. So far, so good. You know, we kind of, you know, we got our hands. Mike is sleeping. He's good. He's comfortable.
He's in a routine now.
Yes, he's potty trained.
And pooing, which is great. His digestion was really, it wasn't happening. Things are good.
Yeah.
Things are good.
So anyway.
Yeah.
But we hope you guys enjoy this episode. Welcome to Cape Town. The better on the side version of Cape Town. Our new journey. I'm excited. I'm proud of us. It's going to be amazing. I have lipstick on, but it's all good,
fine.
you know.
It almost matches the color of your lips.
Oh, hell, man.
It does. But we love you guys.
This is real.
Okay.
It's not like cosmetic.
Okay. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we definitely going to be uploading way more
100%.
consistently. I know we say this every podcast, but for real this time. And yeah, just thanks for following on this journey. And yeah, you can catch this episode on YouTube, the video version, or on Spotify. And follow us on all our platforms as well.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. See you next time.
Peace.